All right. What is up, everyone? Cracking open some energy here real quick live. So I can bring the energy tonight. Hopefully the Sharks bring the energy tonight, considering that, they have been absolutely handled last night, bro. That was insane. They got McDavid last night. All right, what's good, everyone? All right, what's up? This is the Shark City Hockey Face-Off Countdown Show. Thank you to everybody who is joining me here tonight, especially those of you who have came back from last night. I'm glad that the Sharks didn't scare you away. If you are not aware, the San Jose Sharks got absolutely handled from the Edmonton Oilers in what was a must-win game, and that is the case here tonight again. So in the tank, they got spanked. Hopefully they could take a bite out of the Ducks in the pond, because that's where tonight's game is going down. In Anaheim, California, Sharks taking a brief little trip to SoCal before they come back on Saturday night to finish off the 2025-26 regular season at home, and then they have 3 more games on the road. As of right now, the San Jose Sharks are in absolute must-win situation. So let's dive right into it, why don't we? San Jose Sharks currently have 81 points in the standings. They are behind Nashville, who has the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference with 84 points. So Sharks are technically still in the race. However, it's literally come down to the wire. LA is still in the way of San Jose. The Kings have 83 points in the standings. So even if the Sharks get a dub tonight, we're going to need some help. So the LA Kings, really quick, let me just put this away so y'all can see it right here. So you'll see that tonight, guys, something's a little bit different. In the lower corner right there, right above the follow at Shark City Hockey prop, right above our face-off countdown time, you'll see that we have the scores. We'll be keeping an eye on the live scores going down in Utah and in LA. So back to the point I'm trying to make, LA is playing the worst team in the National Hockey League tonight. So hopefully the Canucks could do something miraculous and defeat the Kings on the road. Meanwhile, Utah, I have faith in Utah. Utah smashed, I don't know about smashed, but they scored 6 goals on the Edmonton Oilers 2 nights ago. So they won that game in overtime. So who knows? Maybe they can stay a little hot and help the Sharks out. So we're hoping for a Canuck win, a Mammoth win, and of course, a San Jose Sharks win. All right, back to some of the notes here for our face-off countdown show. Again, San Jose Sharks have 81 points in the standings. They're 3 points behind Nashville. A lot of games going down tonight in the National Hockey League. We'll be paying attention to just 3 of them as it pertains to the wild card race in the West. Like I said, it's coming on to the wire, man. 87% probability for the San Jose Sharks to make the playoffs if they lose tonight against the Ducks. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I just want to get it out there. 87% probability that we will not make the playoffs if we lose tonight's game. So as it stands right now, and I'm really hoping that's not the case. I just want to put that out there, and I have faith. But as it stands right now, the Sharks have a 9.7% chance to make the playoffs. If they win tonight in regulation against the Anaheim Ducks, that will jump up to 20.3%. And if they lose, well, down to 3.4%. So even though they won't mathematically be eliminated, if they don't come out with a dub tonight, man, I mean, we're going to need a lot of help and, some miracles. But let's see what the Sharks can do. All right. Normally I talk about players to watch, but in this case, we're not going to really cover that in tonight's face-off countdown show. Now, I will say that there was no morning skate earlier today in Anaheim for the San Jose Sharks or for the Anaheim Ducks. So NHL.com released on their webpage their projected lineup. I am going to take to X and see if we have any updated or any clarification on what exactly the San Jose Sharks lines are. From my understanding, though, it's essentially going to be the same. Not much with the exception of Askarov, but let's check it out really quick here. All right, so per Curtis Pashelka on X, It says that Ty Dellandrea and Shakir Mukumadulin are in for the Sharks. That's what's up. All right. I know what you all saying. Okay, so Shakir Mukumadulin's in the lineup. That means John Klingberg is out. And if Ty Dellandrea is in the lineup, well, that means Adam Gaudette is out. I know a lot of you are saying, where's Pablo Regenda? We could absolutely use the Olympian. I don't know, fam. I don't know. Just like some of you out there, maybe this just has to do with the fact that Dellandrea got a contract extension and they need to make sure that he's earning his paycheck. I really don't know. But Warzo, head coach Ryan Rosofsky, tonight it looks like he's taking Klingberg out. And it looks like Igor Chernyshov is out too. Oh, I stand corrected. Pablo Regenda is in. Whoa, holy smokes. Look at that. Look at that. Finally. All right, so let me just kind of read Curtis Pashuka's text here really quick. All right. So per Curtis Pashuka on X, likely, and I quote, likely out there, Pablo Regenda, Ty Dellandrea, Shakir Mukumadulin. They're in the Sharks lineup versus Anaheim. John Klingberg, Adam Gaudette, and Igor Chernyshov are out. That's kind of fair. I know a lot of you are going to say why Cherny, but some fans were pointing out that he was kind of absent last night. So it says Klingberg remains one game away from his 700th in his NHL career. That's kind of jacked up, but right now we need to focus on trying to stay in the race. So we'll have time for accolades, hopefully, if we make the playoffs a little bit later. But yeah. All right, my bad. So there's your lineup as it stands. It looks like it's going to be, if I could just guess, Graf, Celebrini, and Smith will be your first lineup. Of course, your second lineup is more than likely going to be Eklund, Wenberg, and Chief Keith Sherwood. That's typically your top six. If Chernyshov is out and Regenda is in, then I assume that he'll be on that third line where Cherny was at with Misa and Toffoli. And Gaudette, obviously, he's your checking line, and that's exactly where Dellandrea slides in when he's out. So I imagine he'll be with Goodrow and Osapchuk. As far as defensive goes, with Mukumadulin back in, more than likely he'll be out there with Nick Leddy. And, maybe I'm wrong. Wait, he plays with Ferraro, my bad. If he's sliding in for Klingberg, he'll be with Mario Ferraro. Your starting lineup will be Orlov and Desharnais. And your checking line should be Sam Dickinson and my bad, I'm drawing a blank here. And Nick Leddy. I said him earlier, my bad. All right, so let me get my energy on. All right, my bad. Normally I have the graphics so we all can refer to it, but again, it was pretty much going to be like we'll find out during the warm-ups. So reading this right now off of X. Okay, enough of that, man. It's kind of crazy, dude, and I don't know if y'all had a chance to see this, but there's this someone that I don't know if y'all know them out there. I kind of discovered them. It came across my feed earlier today, but there's a gentleman out there that does I guess they do it's called What Chaos. It's a show, and he put together a lovely compilation of of Orlov this past week. Doesn't look good, so hopefully Orlov could not perform like all the clips that were put in that video compilation. But it had a lot of Sharks fans question whether or not he should be getting some minutes. Of course, Dmitry Orlov is on a hot streak, so he has 6 assists in the last 7 games, if I'm not mistaken. So he's obviously kind of earning his keep. But defensively, he's been kind of causing a lot of issues, including diving in front of goaltenders, wildly swinging the stick, essentially helping some goals go into the net, especially last night when he dived. And I think he was pretty much responsible for McDavid's hat trick. If I'm not mistaken, at least one of the goals. So all that to say is I'm trying to get it all out there now. So we could focus on the positive once the puck is dropped. Hopefully they play well. So Yaroslav Askarov, of course, is going to be in net. I already know. A lot of you are like, great. We had to have faith in this young man. Had to have faith in the kid, man. He's still a rookie. And According to Curtis Pashelka, he's 2-0-1 with a .880 save percentage in 3 career games versus the Anaheim Ducks. So even though the save percentage, as I mentioned previously on our live streams, is typically 88% or below, at least he has a winning record against the Ducks. So let's see what he can do. All right, what's up, everybody? I appreciate you coming through, hoping for a bounce back tonight. Last night was rough, absolutely hoping that the San Jose Sharks could handle tonight. And again, we're going to need some help from our friends in Vancouver and in Utah. So as you can see, the Utah Mammoth, after one period, are leading the Nashville Predators. So that's what we're talking about. Hoorah, baby. And then, of course, the LA Kings game will start about 30 minutes after puck drop here in Anaheim. All right. I think that's pretty much all I got for our face-off countdown show. So just going to kind of save the vocals here and get prepared for the game. Remember, the last time the San Jose Sharks, actually, I take that back. Let's bring that back up one more time. The last time the San Jose Sharks played the Anaheim Ducks, they came back, got the victory within the last 90 seconds of the game. They end up defeating them at the tank 4-3. They do lead the series, San Jose does, against the Anaheim Ducks. So this is the final game of the season series between these two squads. Sharks lead it 2-1. And both of them are kind of struggling. So the Anaheim Ducks are 4-5-1 in their last 10, and the San Jose Sharks are 5-4-1 in their last 10. So hopefully the Sharks could be the better of the teams like they were the last time around. We could win this season series, and we could win this game and get 2 points in the standings to help keep our playoff hopes alive. Again, if you're joining late, Sharks have a 9.7% chance as it stands right now entering this game to make it to the Stanley Cup playoffs. If they win tonight, that jumps up to 20.3%, and if they lose, 3.4%. So again, 87% probability that the Sharks will not make the playoffs if they do not come out of this pond with a dub. All right, that just about does it for our countdown, our face-off countdown show. Let's get ready for some live action here in Anaheim. If you're new to the program or if you're a regular, just want to remind you, I am Aaron, your host, and this is Shark City Hockey's premium live stream. It's a watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action as the San Jose Sharks are going to face off against the Anaheim Ducks. All right, let's get this one started. So puck is about to drop here. We might as well go ahead and play our lovely intro and get set for the action here in Anaheim. All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Shark City Hockey's premium live stream. It's a watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action. I am your host, Aaron James, and honestly, bro, I hope that we have a better party tonight than we did the last time around. San Jose Sharks do lead this season series by 2-1. As you can see, in case you're joining us right now, we have a live look into the other two important games in regards to our wild card race in the Western Conference. Second period has just started for Utah versus Nashville. We need Utah to defeat the Preds, and a little bit later, about half an hour from now, the LA Kings will be taking on the league's worst Vancouver Canucks. We need the Canucks to pull it off tonight. We absolutely need to pull it off tonight. But as far as we go here, we are going to be joining the San Jose Sharks at the pond in Anaheim as they are about to take on the Ducks at the Honda Center. All right. Don't forget that you could chat amongst yourselves, or you could drop a comment for yours truly. If you're joining us right now, which I see y'all there, I see you. You could just start off by commenting where you're joining us from. Go ahead and rep your hood, rep your set. Let us know where you're from. Comment your city in the comment sections as we're about to get ready for the face-off here, opening face-off against the Ducks. So let's get this all squared away here. Lucas Dostal is going to be the starting netminder for the Anaheim Ducks, and thank goodness. I know a lot of fans are really pleased to hear Randy Hahn and Drew Remenda call this one. Again, today's game right here locally in the Bay Area can be found on NBC Sports California, and you can watch along with yours truly as some of the greatest in the game call the game, and then of course I'll be providing my play-by-play here and there just to keep us all aligned and on the same page. But man, we need this dub, fam. Absolutely need this dub. All right. I am going to probably, to be 100 with you, probably save my voice a little bit here tonight. During commercial breaks. So let me turn up the music right now. And let's get ready for some Sharks hockey, baby. All right. Let's drop this puck already. Come on, man. My bad. Thank y'all for the chat. Whoa, what is good? Watching from Manila. I hate Max and Disney Plus for not streaming this game. Damn. Hopefully you can find it on ESPN Plus. I'm pretty sure that's exactly where you're trying to connect from it, and that kind of blows that they're not streaming it. And thank you for joining us from the Philippines. My wife got spam out there, so that's what's up. And for all you who are joining us and wherever you're joining us from, please let us know. Please comment in the comment section. We've been absolutely delighted here in Sharks territory to be joined from Sharks fans all around the world. Yours truly is humbled by the reach that we've had over these past few watch-along parties. So we add the Philippines to the list now with Australia, Argentina, Brazil, Germany, obviously all over Canada, United States. So that's outstanding. I appreciate y'all. This game is starting. The game is starting, man. This is one of those games where it's like, it's supposed to be a face-off 5 minutes ago, and it looks like they are probably doing something. Probably doing something on the ice. I don't know if they got a pregame ceremony going on, but I do know that even the home broadcast team is kind of buying time, throwing out all their graphics and everything. So we started a little bit early here, but it's all good. Joining from Willow Glen, San Jose. That's what's up. It was going to another TV timeout. So just let me know where y'all coming through from. Shout out to Willow Glen in San Jose, 408. Yesterday was 408 day. Unfortunately, the Sharks could not get a dub. If you're a Niner fan, today is 49 day. So they actually revealed their 80th anniversary patch just to keep the conversation going. Someone said, who y'all think's winning? Thank you for the prompt. Sharks. That's right. Absolutely. Might as well get that prompt going too. What do you got for tonight? Sharks or Ducks? We typically get a pretty good blend of fan bases on these watch along parties. And then we also get a bunch of people who have money on the line. So come on, Sharks. Yes, sir. Losing is not an option. Nope, that's it. Sharks have pretty much lost about as many games as they possibly can this season. They're going to have to find it deep within themselves to pull off a win streak late here. They're going to need some help, of course, as I mentioned. So for the first time in our live watch-along parties, which makes sense because for as long as we've been doing this, this is our 7th season now, we haven't been anywhere near a playoff race. So this is super exciting, regardless what the results are. But for the first time in this live watch-along party here at Shark City Hockey, we actually have the other games that we're going to be keeping an eye on right there in the right there next to the rink here on our live game action tracker. Since the conversation is starting to flow organically, I'm going to go ahead and just pop it up right there on the screen. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves and feel free to ask questions and interact with yours truly. Still waiting for them to drop the puck here in Anaheim. Come on, man. The suspense. I feel like Willy Wonka right now. Like the suspense is killing me. Anyways, I got some things that I have prepared just in case in the event that this watch along party starts to kind of fade out like last night. So until hopefully we don't have to do that. But it looks like game is on. So let's roll. Let's do this. Woo! Come on, baby. Again, our live game action tracker tends to be a little bit ahead of the live stream or so what happened to my people? Let me just make sure we're still live here. Yep, sure are. Okay. All right, baby. Come on, Sharks. All right, here we go. Colin Graff entering the zone. He has some support. The Grill Mac line is back. Oh, Will Smith try to get it to Celebrini. But it looks like that was disrupted in the front of the net. Welcome, everyone. Just going to check my chat to see if we're still here. If we're still good. Yes, sir. All right. I'm gonna kick back, relax, and watch this with y'all. And I'll try to keep y'all updated with the play-by-play as best as I can. This game is absolutely crucial. It's critical, man. Absolutely critical game here tonight. All right. right, so one shot on goal already. It's Anaheim's. Anaheim with some offensive pressure. Sharks are having a little trouble clearing the zone right now. Defensively, we have Ferraro and Muka Madulin out there. Chief Keefe, Alexander Wemberg, and Eki are out there. So it's William Eklund and Kiefer Sherwood, in case you're all unfamiliar with the nicknames here in San Jose. Sharks enter the offensive zone. Some good forechecking by Michael Misa. Creates a turnover at the half wall. Regenda, so nice to see number 84 out there, baby. Here we go. I see we got a spoiler. I have a feeling that's good news for us Sharks fans. Let's find out what we got. So Nick Leddy here. Again, our live game action tracker is ahead of the stream because it's from NHL API data from the rink. All right, so forechecking is Michael Misa. Sharks create a turnover. Target to Foley, shoots it. Dostal makes a save. Here comes Anaheim now, rushing. Leo Carlson makes a move, shoots. Oh my gosh, absolutely filthy. Leo Carlson dekes his way into the freaking slot and just lifts it right over Askarov's glove. Sharks fans already know that Askarov's glove is always sus. Damn. Second shot on goal goes in, fam, for the Anaheim Ducks. And already the San Jose Sharks are trailing 1-0. That was tough. The IKEA line. Yes, it is. Damn. All right, so just like that, the Anaheim Ducks already are making Sharks fans sweat. Oh my gosh, what a freaking move by Leo Carlson. Leo Carlson scores his 28th goal of the season, assisted by a Crater and Minty Yukov. I'm trying my best to pronounce that. 2 minutes and 59 seconds into the first period, man. So 1-0 Anaheim. Damn, son. That was not the start we needed. All right. Goody is out there. He's playing with Delandria tonight, who has the puck. Tries to center it to Celebrini. They must be in the midst of a line change there. And yes, they are. For real, bro. Yep. Husky. For real. I know a lot of... You got a lot of... Okay, I'm not trying to come down on the young man here because he's still a rookie. And in all honesty, the Sharks defensively, not the best. But as this comment said, where's Uncle Ned? He has the same team in front of him, and he does significantly better. All right, so if you want to know why Nedeljkovic is in, more than likely, unless you're getting the Bakov and you want to do like a 41 or 42 straight games starting, usually when it's back-to-backs, they flip the goaltenders. They split that shift. Yeah, great start. All right, come on, baby. Nick Leddy behind the net. Kiefer Sherwood, my bad, behind the net. He tried to center, is blocked. Anaheim regains control in the defensive zone, and they clear to neutral zone where Nick Leddy takes possession of the puck, hands it to Wemberg, who dumps it in. Anaheim goaltender gets into the trapezoid and helps play it up, but the Anaheim Ducks ice the puck, so that's pretty good. Pretty good for us. It's a chance we need. Damn, son. I can kind of hear the frustration in Drew Amenda's voice, and I ain't trying to put any words in his mouth, but I was listening to the morning skate the other day, not today's, but the one before the Oilers game, and you know, he said, back to the Askarov conversation, that you know, the Sharks invested in him. He's supposed to be the guy, so he needs to show it. You know what I mean? And Again, I know he's a rookie. I'm not trying to come down on this guy, but again, Nedeljkovic has the same squad in front of him, and there's a lot of people out there that kind of like, I feel like they're trying to sweep stuff under the rug. I get it, It may be a hard pill to swallow if Askarov does not reach the potential of what we see in him being a franchise goaltender. Again, he's just a rookie. For me, I just want to make sure he can stay healthy, and then of course, his play desperately needs to improve. But you got a lot of people like trying to bring up the defense in front of him or the coaching, how he has 3 different coaches in his ear. I think that's cap. This young man needs to perform. And if he's not the guy, then he's not the guy. You know what I mean? And we thought he could be, but maybe Nashville was correct. Maybe they're correct, which is why they were with, you say Soros. So anyways, just my peace of mind. Obviously, it's early in the game. I hope Askarov does not let that kind of like, get in his head there. And I hope that the Sharks will show up because obviously, I don't even want to see what that is. Face off in the Shark zone. I think we already know what that is, fam. Face off in the Shark zone. Whistle is blown. All right, Misa in the face-off dot. Oh, man. I don't know if these guys are... Off the face-off. Anaheim. On net. That goes wide. Misa checked by the half wall. Sharks can't clear the zone. To the point, the Ducks shoot, they score. Absolute slapper. So Leo Carlson gets the first goal for the Anaheim Ducks, and now John Carlson gets the second goal. Gosh, it painstakes me to say this, but assisted by Mikhail Granlund. And Mityukov got his second assist of the game. Just 4 minutes and 30 seconds later, Anaheim Ducks take a 2-0 lead. Damn. 2 goals on 4 shots for Yaroslav Askarov. All right. My bad, fam. I saved this in case we needed it, so now we do need it. I put on the threads. Let's get some teal going on in here. Let's go, Sharks. Put on the teal threads. Get that first goal. If we have to later on, we'll bust out shoulder Sharky, and if we need to, we'll bust out the chain. If you who watch this live stream, you all know what we're talking about. It is too easy. It is too easy, man. Last night, defense did not show up. Neither did the offense. Tonight, I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to chill and be teal. They're not in their teal uniforms tonight. They're in their road whites. So just trying to bring out some positive energy and vibes, trying to get my boys back into it. But offensively speaking, Sharks have 0 shots on net. 0 shots on net. Now, we've seen it last night, first period and second period. Barely generated any offense. I think they went almost like 8 minutes in each period before they generated a single shot on goal. Not to say that they're not shooting the puck, they're just not getting to the crease. Here comes Seneca. He puts it in the center. Shot saved by Askarov. Askarov finally made a quality save against what was that? Alex Killorn. Just so you know, the shots on goal, or rather the the goals scored by the Anaheim Ducks. The first one by Leo Carlson was just 9 feet in front of the net. So where's the defense at, right? 32-degree angle, 5-on-5 play. Leo Carlson got his 28th of the season. And then the second goal came from John Carlson. That was more near the point, the blue line. That was 53 feet away. Slap shot beats Askarov, 18-degree angle. So, damn, son. Might be one of those nights, fam. Hopefully not. Remember the last time. You remember what happened last time, all right? The Sharks came through and they won in the final moments. It ain't over till it's over. But damn, are they stressing us out early? You know, I do my best to try to support everything Till. You know, I try to give Warzo benefit of doubt, but you know, he's had some sus lineups all season. And you know, the Sharks are starting to build that chemistry, and then he starts fudging the lines again. You know, ironically enough, is that we actually said it like, how do you expect to build chemistry if you keep changing the lines up? And then for a hot minute there, they actually kept the lines together and they were building that chemistry. Went on a nice little win streak. All of a sudden, got to plug in Delandre, got to plug in Kleinberg. I like any player that laces up for the Sharks and puts on a Till jersey. But at some point, man, like at some point, you just got to address the elephant in the room. Like, probably could have had a better season. And to answer your question, is Kleinberg playing? He's not. He's not playing tonight. But back to the point I want to try to say here is, you know, I know everyone wants to say the Sharks were not supposed to be in this position. I say that's bull shark. I'm not a believer of writing off a team before the season begins. I know Team Tank loves that. They love to force that narrative, you know. But again, you know, this is a business. There is a business plan behind structuring this team to be competitive for years to come, hypothetically. I mean, you see Askarov in there. He costs us a first rounder, just saying. But back to the point is, you know, at some point, like, you know, you just got to call it how you see it, man. Like, forget all the analytics. Forget what, you know, experts and talking heads say and suggest, and where we're projected to be at the beginning of the season and where we're not supposed to be, and blah, blah about how weak the Pacific Division is. Bottom line is, like, you know, these guys have the talent that they, if they want to utilize it, to be a very competitive team. And they have, in my opinion, a good group of guys that could build and maintain chemistry on the ice as much as off the ice, because I know everyone wants to talk about them going to watch the movies. Anyways, back to the point is I think we have, and I've been saying this for years, we have the talent to succeed now. It's just whether or not the Sharks actually want to do that. So, yeah. For real, man. 100, you know. So, my bad, my little Shark soapbox there, but it is frustrating as the Anaheim Ducks have 7 shots on net and the Sharks have 0. But yeah, man, let's see if we can come back. Let's see if we come back. I'm trying to keep the vibes positive here. But again, you got to call it how you see it. And right now, the Sharks, after halfway through this first period, they're sinking. They are absolutely sinking. This is as critical as it gets before they start flatlining like that band that sang their theme song a couple of seasons ago. Yep. Just highlighting all your comments, and I appreciate y'all, you know, appreciate y'all chilling here, chilling and talking till. Let me see if I could change it up here. All right, so we got a TV timeout. Not the start you want to see as a San Jose Sharks fan. Not the start you want to see from a team that's desperately trying to stay in the playoff race. But not surprising either, considering last night's results. So it's true. So we got a comment here saying, amazing to me how improved this team is compared to the last 2 seasons. Absolutely. You know, I'm a firm believer that, like, you know, you got to utilize your talent, right? So it's like, you know, a lot of people want to get praise from how we've improved from last year, but the reality of it is like, the Sharks were a solid team, man. Like, we got rid of a lot of good players. You know, we got rid of Jake Wallman, Mikhail Granlund, Mackenzie Blackwood, Fabian Zetterlund. I mean, you got guys in the farm system that still haven't been called up. Chernishaw finally got his shot, but you see how long it took him to play Regenda. You have Luca Caglioni, Quentin Musty, and true, these guys might need some more seasoning, but why not get that in the big league, right? So, to me, it's like, you know, you want to say like they made such a grand improvement, but the reality is they've kind of always been that. It's just they have to be allowed to play their game. They got to be allowed to get in the game. They got to be allowed to not have to freaking be juggled amongst different teammates. They got to be allowed to build some chemistry. And when you don't see a lot of shuffling and when you see some consistency, then it starts to translate on the ice. Right? So, you know, in many ways, you know, I feel like a lot of the woes, especially over the past couple of seasons, has been more of a business side of things. And I know that sounds a bit of a stretch because everyone's going to say, well, look at the talent, blah, blah, blah. But dude, like, we had, in my opinion, a good cast of characters to be competitive. Not saying we're going to make a deep playoff run, but we had a good cast of characters to be competitive. So, to me, to say we've made such grand improvements isn't shocking to me. It's kind of expected. It's really expected. You know, I mean, look at Michael Misa, for example. The young man is going to probably be one of the absolute best San Jose Sharks players next season. But he's essentially been like on a short leash in his first rookie year. You know, I mean, meanwhile, you have, you know, Macklin Celebrini, who's essentially being spoon-fed by the offensive wingers there on his side. I'm talking about, like, you know, Will Smith. So, I think if you allow the talent to play their game, and if you allow the players, you know, if you put them in the right positions, the right spots, and you give them healthy amount of minutes, you might be surprised how far this team could go. But that's just my Shark soapbox. Maybe I'm a little, you got the blinders on. Maybe I sound like a homer, and I apologize, but I love my San Jose Sharks. So I always feel like no matter what, they could be competitive. You know, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, Anaheim's come up too, man. Yeah, defense is bad, bro. They can't make a pass to exit the zone at times. Bright future for the offense, though. Yeah, the defense is bad. I will not pretend like they're great. But I honestly don't think they're as bad. I don't think the Sharks defensively, like the core, isn't as bad as, well, last night they were horrible. But as bad as it seems, I just think it's poor player management. Just not having the right guys. Because in the system, we should have a competitive D core. But, you know, You already know how it is in here. Veterans are being favored for minutes, and you got some guys that maybe shouldn't be top line or even second top four. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, that's just me. Misa playing with Macklin and Will would be crazy. For real, man. For real. I mean, honestly, Misa kind of was getting. He is third line, but every now and then, kind of like giving like some second line minutes. And there's a point there where like he was on a little bit of a streak. He won a game in overtime. So when he's allowed to play his game, bro. And then of course you have like the random stuff that happens when guys get benched during the game for mistakes. So it's those little things that eventually start to dictate what we see on the ice. Now, last night and tonight, no excuse. The Sharks have holes. They absolutely have holes. There's a leaking going on in that tank, and we got some patchwork to do in the offseason. Last night was the Connor McDavid show. Tonight, the offense has still not shown up in the 13th minute here. 0 shots on goal still. So, as much as we like to say, defensively, a lot of turnovers are happening from the guys on offense too. So, the turnovers are happening in the offensive zone and the defensive zone. Neutral zones I could forgive. But you'd be surprised how many offensive players are turning that puck over in the defensive zone as well. So, all that to say, if I can muster all up to one sentence, it's a collaborative effort. It's a team effort from the bench boss to, the guy on the fourth line. You know what I'm saying? So I can't not wait for the offseason just to see the improvements, but I'm not writing the season off, man. I really feel like these Sharks can be competitive. They just got to wake the F up right now. Finally, a shot on goal. Who is it? Who gets the freaking shot on goal award? For San Jose, we have a shot on goal by Dmitry Orlov. I'm sorry. Is it Orlov? No, I got to be wrong. I must have read that wrong. Let me see. I had to read that wrong. I know I read that wrong. They finally got it, bro. They finally got that shot on goal. It took them a hot minute, but they finally did it. I'm trying to figure out who got it. We got 2 shots now, according to this. So Macklin Celebrini got a shot on goal, of course, and Zach Ostapchuk, according to NHL.com. NHL.com kind of gets a little fluky on their shots, though. But we're going to believe them. We'll take their word for it. Come on, baby. Let's go. I don't care who scores at this point. Let's get a goal. We got to cut this out. There we go. Turnover created in the zone. Back to Celebrini. That was wide, high and wide, but it's all right. Sharks are starting to press. Get some offensive pressure. Holding it at the point is Orlov. He says Celebrini. Celebrini shoots in. Goes stall. Makes a save. That shot went right into the chest. So it's all good. Finally, Sharks coming alive at the end of this period, man. They went almost 14 whole minutes without registering a single shot on net. And in a matter of how many seconds here? In a matter of like 30 seconds, they put 3 shots on the goal. So let's go. They're starting to wake up. There we go. All right. Taking a live look here. It looks like we have, let's see, less than 2 minutes remaining in the second period in Utah. Mammoth have a 2-0 lead over the Preds. So, puck yeah, baby. Let's go. In case you guys are wondering, if you're not a fan of the San Jose Sharks, or if you just kind of joined us late, we are keeping an eye on 2 games. Those 2 games kind of dictate whether or not the San Jose Sharks can continue to be in this wild card race. The LA Kings are going to be facing off against the Vancouver Canucks any moment now, opening face-off. And then the Nashville Predators are trailing 2-0 by Utah Mammoth, who defeated the Edmonton Oilers 2 nights ago. So should the Utah Mammoth continue to, handle these Preds, then I hope the Sharks wake up, because I believe if we win, we kind of leapfrog back in, right? I mean, for a moment. But of course, we need LA and Nashville to lose. That's very true. The Sharks have had a hard time starting games the first period. Always suck. Not always suck, but I do notice that they usually start to wake up and generate a little bit more offensive pressure, a little bit more aggressiveness when it comes to shooting the puck, like during the final minutes of the frame in the first, right? So I see that. I see that. All right, let's go, baby. I love my Sharks. And thank you all for listening to me on my soapbox there, voice my frustrations. As my team is playing with my emotions here, man. We want to see some postseason hockey in San Jose. I mean, we got it last season. We're going to get it this season in the American Hockey League. San Jose Barracuda deserve all the credit for bringing postseason hockey back to San Jose. So I'm excited for some more Calder Cup playoffs at the Reef. That's the Texas U Arena. And, their final home game is coming up next weekend. So you have the San Jose Sharks final home game of the season this Saturday, and I believe next Saturday is the final home game for the Barracuda. So if you're not following us, this is a good time to mention this. If you're not following us on Instagram, I highly encourage you to do so at Shark City Hockey, because all season long we do pop up ticket giveaways. All right, so just a little spoiler for all you out there. This week, I don't know about this week. I think next week, whenever, let me look at my calendar, but coming soon. How about that? Coming soon. We are going to give away a 4-pack. That's right. 4 seats to the fan appreciation game at the Reef. I got a 4-pack of tickets for the San Jose Barracuda's final home game, the fan appreciation game, where they'll be giving away a team poster and some socks to, the first 1,000 fans get a poster, I believe, and first 1,500 fans get the socks. So I'll be doing a 4-ticket giveaway, and those pop-up giveaways happen exclusively on our Instagram page. So follow us at Shark City Hockey for your opportunity to win 4 tickets. You got to follow us. Be aware of our prompt when it comes up. We always share it on a story, and then we share it, of course, on our feed. So, all right, let's go, Sharks. Starting to pick up the pressure here. Another good shot. Let's go, baby. San Jose starting to come alive. That's right. Keeper Sherwood gets a shot on goal. Willem Eklund missed, but he hit the post. So let's do this, baby. Sharks are starting to pile it up. Leo Carlson into the zone. Nice kick save by Askarov. You love to see that. All right, Eklund feeds Chief Keefe. I keep messing up those 2 words. Wettenberg with a shot on goal. Well, actually, I went through the crease, so. Oh, Wettenberg, another shot goes wide. Damn, Wettenberg, put it on target, bro. All right, when he has it, it's practically 5-4 because he have a broken stick out there defensively for Anaheim. There you go. Holding the zone are the Sharks. Here's Desharnais at the point. Was that a wrist shot? Was it a pass? Who knows? But it's blocked, and here comes freaking Mikhail Granlund. All right, good job. Desharnais stood him up, poke checked away. Dickinson is able to clear the zone. Now battle for it right there in the neutral zone next to the face-off box, or penalty box, pardon me. All right, Michael Misa recovers the puck in his own zone. Here comes Dickinson. He passes ahead. That goes all the way to the trapezoid. Dostal has to come out and play it. Anaheim loses control of it because you have Toffoli and Misa there challenging. Anaheim lifts the puck up, a race for it now in the Shark zone. Mario Ferraro gets there, but he gets beat off the puck. There you go. Put him on the ice. Sharks now trying to get out of the zone, probably trying to get one before this period comes to an end as we're in the final minute here of the first period. That's hilarious. That's a funny comment. I wonder if Toffoli laughs a little knowing he's in a playoff race with the Kings. Very true. Toffoli now. That goes high and wide. I think it went into the netting too. That's funny. Yeah, they have to be ready before puck drop to play the full 60, not start once you're down by a goal. I know, they just need that. They need that motivation. They need to smell blood in the water, apparently, even if it's their own. Come on, Sharks. I'm not mad at them. Anaheim had a quick start, but the Sharks are starting to, show some signs of life, and momentum is starting to kind of swing their way. I'm not going to go, as far as saying that they look like a better squad, but if you follow Money Puck, the deserve to win meter earlier was like super low. Now it's about 41% for San Jose. So they're battling themselves back into this game just based off of the momentum right now. So let's go, baby. About 24 seconds remaining here. Maybe one more opportunity for the Sharks if they could get the puck on the forecheck here. I don't think they will. Anaheim clears it. Sharks control it in the neutral zone. 12 seconds remaining. They dump it deep, and that more than likely is going to be the period. Oh, turnover! Shot! Oh, Celebrini intercept the puck. Still alive. Orlov throws it. That hits somebody, and that's it for the first. All right. Signs of life by San Jose. You got to love it. The show. All right, fam. I think I'm going to just take a quick vocal rest here on Turn Up the Music. Thank you all for chatting along and chatting amongst yourselves, keeping the conversation rolling here. I am your host, Aaron, and this is Shark City Hockey's premium live stream. It's a watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action. Sounds like Sharks are trying to stay alive in the playoff race, looking for that, trying to get closer and closer to that second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. As it stands right now, after 20 minutes, the San Jose Sharks are trailing 2-0. So when the vocal rest is done, which is going to happen right after I open up another can of my ever so popular V8 energy drink, not a shameless plug or promotion. I just love them, and I know people like to drink caffeine and energy drink out there. This is a good, healthy alternative. Highly recommend it for y'all. But it's always taking me out, bro. Strong last 2 seconds. Yeah, that's hilarious. So I'm gonna do a quick little vocal rest, get my sip on, get my drink on, as you would say. And when we come back, we'll talk about that first intermission here. We're talking about that first period of hockey. I want to keep the video feed live today. So these V8s are pretty chill. You can drink them straight from the can, but I like to dilute them a little bit because I think they are a little concentrated. But it's 50% juice, so yes, sir. That's right. That's right. It ain't over till it's over, fam. Absolutely believe in my San Jose Sharks. So does Sebastian James Barkey. Please don't be loud for a minute. All right. Let's do this. It's time for our intermission report here. So, not the best start to the game for San Jose Sharks. And if you're wondering why the comments say at least the Mammoth are winning, San Jose needs the Mammoth to win, and they need the Canucks to win tonight. They also have to win this game. So, it doesn't matter if those teams win. First and foremost, we have to win our game, right? This way we could keep our playoff hopes alive. All right, so the way we do our intermission reports here is we go over to box score, we go over to face-off summary. I will tend to let you all know who contributed to the face-off win percentage. I'll let you know who contributed to the shots on net. We will probably look at the goaltending numbers here. And there's a lot of games going on around the league. I may not visit those games just for the sake of, trying to keep it here. And just a quick disclaimer, this is going to be extremely shark inflated. We are only going to cover Team Till here because after all, this is a San Jose Sharks fan stream. So let's get into it. 2 goals scored by the Anaheim Ducks. Leo Carlsson and John Carlson give the Anaheim Ducks a 2-0 lead in the first 7 minutes of this game. All right, so before we go into goals, let's just take a quick look at the stats. Shots on goal for the San Jose Sharks, 5-10 for the Anaheim Ducks. Your San Jose Sharks players that put the puck on the net in that first period are Dmitry Orlov with 1 shot on net. Michael Celebrini has 2. And Zach Ostapchuk and Tara Toffoli have 1 each. So those are your 5 shots on goal. Not doing too well in the face-off dot either. San Jose Sharks are getting absolutely handled in the face-off dot. They've only won 6 of 17. That's 35.3%. All right. That's tough. So let's go ahead and just dive into exactly who is kind of struggling and where we are struggling at. So there hasn't been any penalties so far. That's a good thing, right? So it's kind of been a disciplined game. If you consider, staying out of the penalty box a disciplined game. So all this face-offs happen even strength. Sharks are 2 for 7 in the offensive zone, 3 for 6 in the defensive zone, and 1 for 4 in the neutral zone. Again, they've only won 6 out of 17 opportunities. Your face-offs were taken by 4 San Jose Sharks in that first period. Ty Dellandrea, Alexander Wenberg, Macklin Celebrini, and Michael Misa. Ty Dellandrea is 0 for 1. Macklin Celebrini is 4 for 7. Alexander Wenberg is 2 for 6. And Michael Misa is 0 for 3. Whew. All right. In fact, we're going to dive a little bit deeper now. I want to see who they're struggling against. So Ty Dellandrea lost his one and only face-off to Mikhail Granlund. Go figure. Alexander Wenberg won against Mason McTavish. Mikhail Granlund. So he's 1 for 1 with, or rather 1 for 2 against Mikhail Granlund, 1 for 1 against Mason McTavish, and 1 for 3 against Leo Carlsson. So Macklin Celebrini, he's doing pretty solid. 3 for 4 against Ryan Poling. That's not too bad. 0 for 1 against Tim Wash. Is it Washe? Pardon me. And 1 for 2 against Leo Carlsson. So Leo Carlsson's having himself a good night. 3 for 5. So is Mikhail Granlund, of course. We all know that. 3 for 4. But enough of the Ducks. Let's get back to the Sharks. My bad. Askarov, 2 goals against, .800 save percentage after 20 minutes. He stopped 8 of 10 shots faced. So the one thing I want to point out in tonight's game that I'm kind of proud of after the first 20 minutes is the fact that the San Jose Sharks are actually laying the body. They absolutely let the Oilers punk them last night. I think at the end of the game, it was like 32 hits to like 12 or something like that. And my figures might be a little bit off there, but regardless, like they were absolutely just like manhandling the Sharks last night. When the Sharks weren't creating their own problems, right? So each team has 13 hits each. So I'm glad to see that it's pretty much like a receipt for every hit received. Let me see what we got here. 3 block shots for the Anaheim Ducks. For the San Jose Sharks, 5 for the Anaheim Ducks. 7 giveaways for San Jose, 5 for Anaheim. 1 takeaway for San Jose, 4 for Anaheim. I do like to dive into where the giveaways occur, so we are going to also do that. In that first period, San Jose has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive zone giveaways out of the 7. All right, so gotta clean that up. All right, now let's go over the goals here. So I'm gonna try something new here, fam, so bear with me. I want to try something new. I'm actually going to share this with y'all today. Might as well. Let's take a look at the NHL Edge goal visualizer here. So this is the Leo Carlsson goal. As you can see, the San Jose Sharks have the puck deep behind the goal line. It's recovered by the Ducks. They play it off the boards, and then nice little pass for a zone exit and zone entry by Leo Carlsson. He takes it coast to coast and just beats Askarov. So again, we're looking at number 98. 98 is right here, right in front of Dostal in the crease next to Pavel Regenda. Michael Misa is kind of there in the slot. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if he's just position waiting for maybe a pass or whatnot. But back to the point, Leo Carlsson gets, that was a nice play off the boards by the half wall, but Leo Carlsson practically takes it coast to coast out of his own zone. Great zone entry, and he beats Askarov. Again, that shot was taken just 9 feet away from the net at a 32-degree angle, and that made it 1-0 Anaheim. I think I like showing the NHL Edge visualizer, goal visualizer. All right, that second goal, pretty much offensive zone pressure by the Ducks leads to a blast from the point. You can see it right there. The Sharks are unable to clear. Anaheim holds the zone. Nice stretch pass to Mikhail Granlund, who dumps it to the point, and John Carlson slaps it home. We'll look at that one more time. So we're looking at number 74, just staying right there along the blue line. He tried to go back when Regina was going to pinch. Then he goes to receive the pass from Kyle Granlund, and he slaps it home. Again, that right there was 53 feet away at an 18-degree angle to beat Askarov. So that made it 2-0. Yeah, that was pretty chill. How'd y'all like that? Let me know in the comment section if you wanted to see the goal visualizer from here on out. I think that was pretty chill. Pardon me. All right, let's stretch this so y'all can see some more comments. This one, I want to read this out loud to see. I like the Sharks, man. I'm not a sandbagger. We were close not too long ago. I was coming earlier, but I love the Flyers. It's a childhood thing. For sure. All right. Thank you all. So that right there pretty much is going to be our intermission report. Let's just, for the sake of being well versed here, let's take a look at scores around the league. We still got about 3 minutes before they drop the puck for the second period, which, by the way, let me make sure I get that squared away right now before I forget. Boom, second period. All right, so 14 games being played across the league tonight, man. Right now, the Hurricanes have a 7-2 stranglehold over the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago Blackhawks fans cannot be happy. Carolina Hurricanes are on the road with the 7-2 lead, about 5 minutes remaining in that game. The Stars are trailing at home against the Minnesota Wild. Pretty fun to always see the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild get together, considering, that the Stars used to be the Minnesota North Stars. And ironically enough, the Dallas Stars have claim and ownership over the California Golden Seals history, believe it or not, because they merged with the North Stars back in the day when the Sharks decided to, when Gordon Gunn III decided to bring a team to the Bay Area, to San Jose. He sold his ownership to North Stars. Anyways, Wild have a 4-3 lead. You know what? Let's just do it again. There you go. Now we all could watch this. Now we all could read it together. So let me see this real quick. Put y'all right here for now. All right, so Avalanche, they're winning 2-0 against the Flames. That third period just begun. Obviously, we're all paying attention to this game right here. The Preds and the Mammoth. Mammoth had the 2-0 lead after 2 periods. Let's hope that they continue to keep them off the scoreboard. Golden Knights, after 1 period, have a 1-0 lead over the Kraken. Kings have a 1-0 lead over the Canucks. Don't like that at all. They have about half a period played already. And some finals here. Islanders defeat the Maple Leafs 5-3. The Sabres defeat the Blue Jackets 5-0. Canadians defeat the Lightning 2-1. Senators defeat the Panthers 5-1. Red Wings defeat the Flyers 6-3. The Pens go into New Jersey and they win 5-2. And the Jets defeat the Blues 3-2. Yes, sir. All right. And that right there is probably the most thorough intermission report we've done this past week. So thank you all. Hope you all enjoyed it. Once again, we're paying attention to the 2 games going down in Utah and LA. The Sharks need to absolutely come back. They need to start off this period the way they finished the last one, and that's putting pucks on net. At this point, they have to shoot the puck. That's just been a trend, right? Like holding on to it, or passing it when they should be shooting it when maybe they should go for the extra pass. Like, it's been the same rhyme and reason for a hot minute here in San Jose. So hopefully, they could shake that off and get some damn goals. All right. So we got some fans in here. Let's go Sharks. Beat Anaheim. Yes, sir. Crazy San Jose still has to face the Predators. That's going to be the deciding factor, I bet. Yeah, I honestly feel that, man. Like, out of all the opponents we have left, we have the Ducks, we have the Canucks a couple of times, we have the Blackhawks, I think, one more time, the Jets, but those Preds, man, those Nashville Predators, bro, like, that, assuming the Sharks will win tonight, is going to be the one I think is going to be, like, if we could beat them, man, that'd be great. We've got a Philly fan in here saying Flyers took one on the chin, Phillies too, but another story. It's all good, man. It's all good. All right. We are almost ready for the second period to begin here, so let's go. I'll turn the music a little bit here. Need a quick vocal rest. All right, game on. Face off. Face off commencing at the Honda Center. Leo Carlson wins the face-off against Macklin Celebrini. Trying to set up in the offensive zone are the Ducks. The Sharks regain control. Oh, man. Mishandled by Will Smith, but he made a good play. He being Celebrini to clear the zone, but Ducks just dump it right back in from the neutral zone. Orlov gets beat in the trapezoid for the puck. Anaheim now sends it to the point, but that's off target, so they have to back skate. And they turn it over neutral zone. Here comes Macklin Celebrini, zone entry. Oh, man. That gets poked away by Jackson Lacombe. So Sharks now have to reset. Great stretch pass. Sharks dump the puck. Dostal cuts it off in the trapezoid. And here come the Ducks now. Great steal by Shakir Mukamadul in the neutral zone, but he loses it. Here comes Mikhail Granlund. Granlund now cycling with the puck. He horribly handles it behind the freaking trapezoid, but maintaining the offensive zone pressure at the Ducks momentarily. Sharks are able to clear. You got Eklund and Kiefer Sherwood forechecking, but the Ducks are able to pass the puck right past the blue line, dragging it in zone entry to Ducks. They got the angles to take a shot. Great save by Askarov, baby. Pavel, is it Yukov? Is that how you say it? Yukov? Good snapshot, but better save by Aski. He's starting to look a little more comfortable, a little bit better, to be honest with you. All right, let's go, baby. 2 minutes in. Sharks had some momentarily brief offensive rushes, but quickly shut down by the Ducks. Come on, boys. Let's go. Ducks just kind of like, setting up shop in the Shark zone here. There's a broken stick out there. I think it's a Duck stick, but it doesn't matter. Sharks clear the zone, give it up in the neutral zone, and Anaheim elects to just kind of dump and change. Sharks now dump it down, and they think they're going to do the same thing the Ducks just did. Dump and change. Icing, though, against Anaheim, so we got a face-off coming in the Sharks offensive zone right now, baby. Let's do this. All right. Face-off won by Leo Carlson. Again against Macklin Celebrini. Here come the Ducks now, setting up shop. Battling for the puck are the Sharks and Ducks behind Askarov near the half wall. Celebrini retrieves the puck. He elects to skate it to the neutral zone and dump it. Dostal, the goaltender for the Ducks, plays the puck up, and I think it was going to be icing, but the Ducks win the race to the puck. That's Tim Washi. Oh, a pass and didn't connect, but that was a good look against Askarov right there. Looks like puck goes out of play, though, so stoppage. Another prime opportunity for Anaheim. Come on, baby. Zacho Stopchuk into faceoff dot with Mason McTavish. Deep in the Sharks zone. Left side of Askarov. Stopchuk wins the faceoff. Sharks get it to the neutral zone and they dump it down. Dostal keeps cutting off the pass in the trapezoid, man. At some point, the Sharks got to let to just carry the puck. Because every time they dump it, he's right there to just pass it to a defender and easily exits the zone. the Ducks do. All right, Sharks get possession. Ty Dellandrea skates with it, throws it toward the net, rather all the way around the boards. Sharks are just kind of using the boards to their advantage, sending it from one side to the other. Will stop chucking the trapezoid, sends it along the boards. Mario Ferraro pinch, trying to make a pass. He absolutely fans on it, and here come the Ducks. They need a line change, so they elect to skate up to the neutral zone and skate back. I see that we already have a spoiler on the live game action tracker, and I hope it's for us, boys. I really do. Let's see what we got. Anaheim Ducks in the Sharks zone. Mukamadulin behind the trapezoid sends it up. It's held in by the Ducks. The Sharks hurry. They get a nice little rush. Letty now. Keith Chief slaps it in home. Oh, Wenberg challenging. Oh, giveaway from those Stahl. Sharks with some pressure. Eki sends it Wenberg. Shot by Dickinson. Oh, boy. Here come the Ducks. 2-on-1. They're going to split Letty. That was the softest goal in the world. The softest goal in the world. Oh, my gosh. Beckett Seneca and Alex Killorn split Nick Letty. That was the softest goal I've ever seen, bro. The softest goal against the Sharks I've ever seen in my life. What the puck was that? That's a straight bull shark. What's Askey thinking? Why would Askarov leave that much freaking space on the cage? That was like the most... I mean, you know what? I'll give some credit to Beckett Seneca. That looked like a pass off of Askarov's right leg. But come on. Come on. Either way, pass off the pads are not skill play by I'm just gonna give some credit where credit's due. That was a very good skill play by Seneca, but as a goaltender, you have to anticipate that that's where they're going to try to get the shot from. You just don't leave that whole side half of the cage open. My bad, fam. My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. At first, I thought he just like Seneca just love tapped it across the crease, but he did play it off of the pad. So we'll give a little credit, skill goal or skilled assist, I guess. But boy, oh boy, Alex Killorn gets his 14th goal of the season at 5 minutes and 14 seconds in the second period. That makes it 3-0 for the Anaheim Ducks, assisted by Beckett Seneca, his 36th assist of the year. Sharks have 0 shots on goal so far in the second period. 0 shots on goal. I haven't been keeping it up to date, so my fault. Anaheim has 13-14 now. But still, here we are again, 7, almost 8 minutes into the second period, and the Sharks have not generated a shot on goal. What the puck is going on? What is going on? Anyways, it is what it is. What up? Welcome. Another 2-on-1 for the Ducks. This time, Askarov's glove comes through. He's unable to actually hold on to the puck, though. The rebound is controlled by Anaheim, and they're cycling around the Shark zone again. Anaheim is starting to get too comfortable in the Sharks' defensive zone. That puck is cleared. Sharks need to change ASAP. This is crazy. All right. So, the good news is that the Sharks came back against Anaheim Ducks the last time it came around, so it ain't over till it's over. We still got 42 minutes remaining in regulation. The better news is Nashville's still losing. They just got scored on twice in the third period, so Utah has a 4-0 lead over Nashville. That's what's up. And Vancouver got back into the game before the first period is coming to a close in LA. They're down by a score of 2-1. So the Sharks need to freaking get into this damn game, bro. All right. TV timeout. I want to take a vocal rest here. But damn, son. Regardless if that was a pass off of the pads from Seneca or not, that was just absolute bootsy. We're going to look at it right now, as a matter of fact. Let's look at this now. For real. Sharks need to put more shots on net, keep getting outshot each game. I'll settle for one right now. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's look at that last goal against. You can see Wenberg. He tried to pass it down Dickinson. Dude, I don't know what Dickinson was thinking there. Wenberg right there is behind the trapezoid. So here's my cruise. Y'all can see my mouse right here. Here's Wenberg. He's in the trapezoid. He's going to send it to Dickinson right here, right? This is like the softest giveaway ever. So there's Beckett Seneca. They have Nick Leddy right here in the middle. They're going to split him. There's Alex Killorn. They're going to split him right now. 2-on-1. Really 3-on-1 when you look at it. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 triangle formation right there. Bam. Like this had doom spelt all over it. All right. So you can see Beckett Seneca. He actually plays it off of Askarov's pad. And Killorn just buries it. But let's just look at that right here. Just based off of this NHL Edge goal visualizer, you can see Askey. He challenges, right? So he's taking the angle away from Seneca, right? Now that's solid because he's leaving. He's going to the edge of the crease, making himself bigger, taking away space from the net, right? This is where it starts to get crazy. You know it's a 2-on-1. Why are you so freaking locked in to Beckett Seneca and leaving this much space open for a rebound or for the pass? Anyways, if you all got an answer, let me know. I'm not a pro, so I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But that was bull shark. It is what it is. All right. Thank you all for sticking with it, man. I know this has been a tough couple of nights here in Sharks territory. It ain't over yet. It ain't over till it's over. But I just want to say, thank you all. I can imagine, it may not be very flattering to hear, or maybe it's entertaining if you're on the other side of the fan base. So, hear a Sharks fan, with his teal tears. But we want to see some playoffs here, baby. Come on. Anyways, I appreciate you all. All right. We're almost halfway through this game. Anaheim dumps the puck deep. Luka Medulin and Ferraro are struggling out there defensively right now. Luka Medulin taps it up, and the Sharks, wow, they're onside. Colin Graff tried to feed it to Celebrini in the slot, but that didn't connect. So here come the Anaheim Ducks. They just kind of skate. Oh, nice stretch pass. Celebrini just getting bullied off of the puck. He falls. He dives. I'm surprised that's not a penalty. Good. I'll take it. Celebrini, nice little poke check, but it looked like he essentially just took out a... Ooh. Carlson with the freaking Leo Carlson with the shot on goal, and Askarov for the save. My bad. So reacting to that shot. Speaking of which, We got to put one more on the clock here. Come on, boys. Let's go. Exit the zone. Here's Celebrini. Stretch pass. Not the best pass. He was trying to find Toffoli, who had 3 bodies around him. Sharks are playing desperate right now, but that's might be what they need. Here comes Andrea. Tyler Toffoli runs into a body. Just ran into John Carlson. Stood up like a wall right there. It's getting sloppy from both teams, to be 100 with you. But I guess Anaheim kind of could afford to be a little messy right now, considering that they have a 3-0 lead. Nice. All right. All right, we got a TV timeout. So I had a feeling this might be one of those games. So I think I'm going to share some stuff with y'all while we do the TV timeout. Kind of a little proud of this today. So if you haven't heard, 1 second here. What do we got? Yeah, so if you haven't heard, the National Hockey League and Fanatics are going to be doing like a hometown remix, essentially inspired by NBA's version. What did they call it? 1 second, fam. I gotta get me some gotta pay for this real quick, like. Boom. Taking care of my parking needs for the Shark Tank for this final game of the home, the season at home. So, find me real quick. All right, cool. Now that's done. So the NBA did a city. What is it? NBA City Edition is what they called it, and the National Hockey League is kind of doing their own version called the Hometown Remix. So that's coming next season. So, you know, for all you Sharks fans that love to collect jerseys or like to stay up to date with jerseys, good news is that we got another sweater dropping next season. TV Timeout is back, but I had a little fun earlier today. Actually, more like yesterday and today, and released the first round of our concepts here, of the concepts from Shark City Hockey, of what we would like to see. After all, the hometown remix jerseys are supposed to be inspired by the team history, by the vibes, and, you know, essentially the surrounding area, the city of the teams that they're going to represent. So it's a league-wide thing, and I released 4 jersey concepts today on our social media accounts, so I'll be sharing that with you all here shortly. But as of right now, game on. Face off and then a whistle. Puck goes out of play. Come on, baby. Face off in the offensive zone. Ostapchuk wins the face off against Mikhail Granlund. Let's go, Sharks. Sharks swing the puck around behind the net. It gets from one half wall to the next. Looking at doing pinches. Ooh, beautiful shoulder from Regenda. Nice shoulder leaning into Killorn. Another hit on Killorn. Regenda laying the body on number 17, the Ducks. Nice offensive zone pressure by San Jose, but unfortunately, Anaheim was able to just casually skate that puck out of their own zone and dump it deep. Here comes Chief Keefe making some good hockey moves. Zone entry, plays the puck off the boards. Sherwood now behind the goal line. He gets cut off, but they're battling for it. He has support by Goodrow. All right, to the point, the Sharks. Ferraro with the shot. If that was Ferraro, it goes wide. That might have been Mook. It looks like Ferraro, though, because I see Nick Leddy out there. I don't know if they're in the midst of a line change or they're just just switching them up like Warzone does. But this blend of like a third and fourth line, pretty admirable, honorable shifts there. Nice shoulder check by Winberg. The Sharks are doing really good at putting the Ducks into the plexiglass, but unfortunately, no shots on goal. Just one so far in the second period. This is tough, bro. All right, Nick Leddy advances the puck out of the zone, dumps it. Dostal comes right out to cut that off, as he has been doing all night. And Anaheim is able to regain possession of the puck and really just take their time in clearing the zone and dumping it deep behind the Sharks' net. Desharnais now retrieves the puck. Sharks dump it. Dostal comes right back out in trapezoid and passes it to his defenders. So rinse and repeat. Sharks need something here ASAP, fam. 26 minutes remaining in this game. Boy, oh boy. Celebrini. There we go. Gives it to Smitty. Celebrini's aggressive pass across to Nick Leddy, who just throws it into the slot to Anaheim's stick. It gets cleared and it's icing, but damn, what a wasted opportunity right there, man. That's crazy. All right, face off in the offensive zone for the Sharks. Nice win. Shot attempt goes wide. Nick Leddy, super deep behind the goal line. Gives it to Sherwood. Sherwood throws it toward net, hits some bodies. Ducks are able to clear it. Oh, what a steal. Here comes Will Carlson. Shot and wide. Carlson created a great opportunity there. A breakaway opportunity. Thank goodness he was off target. I don't know if it was a save or if it was wide. The broadcast team is saying that it was a save. So, we'll give them benefit of the doubt. They got a better view than we do. Here come the Sharks now. Zone entry. Eklund throws it toward the net. Seneca now recovers the puck in the freak. Oh, some moves. Making some flashy moves out there, Seneca was. Good save by Oski to not bite in any of that. Let's go, baby. All right. Sharks recover the puck in neutral zone. Finally, someone just skates it into Andrea does, but he has 3 Ducks around him. They easily take the puck away and clear it. Giveaway in neutral zone allows the Ducks to just kind of casually tap it back into the Sharks' offensive zone. Ferraro to Mukamadulin. Mukamadulin stretch pass that didn't connect. But Regenda is there to get it at the half wall. Right side of Dostal. Ducks recover and they dump it deep. They put it on Askarov, actually, so that's another shot on goal. That was a soft shot, but he was there to make a save. Regenda. He sends it to Ostapchuk. Ostapchuk drop pass to Goodrow. He sends it to Desharnais. A blast hits the bodies in the front. Orlov can't hold the zone. Blindly just passes it backwards to a Duck. They enter the Shark zone. Shot goes up and wide. Here come the Sharks. Goodrow sends it behind a trapezoid to Ostapchuk. Ostapchuk is checked off of the freaking puck, and the Ducks come right back. Entering the zone are the Anaheim Ducks. They send it behind the net. Ducks controlling it now. Lacombe with the puck. Sends it to support side. Nice, beautiful interception in the trapezoid by Ferraro, but Will Smith overskates the puck. And Wache is there to just keeping his skate along the boards, holding the puck, waiting for support. Sharks, however, recover. Nick Leddy now. Beautiful stick handling. Good zone entry. Passes Celebrini. He passes it back to Leddy. Leddy to Smith to the slot. Back to Ferraro. Ferraro to Leddy. Oh, man. I'm starting to see a real aggressive attack by San Jose. 4 players are going in deep. And one is staying at the point. Smith all the way across the rink. Celebrini now. Celebrini shaking 3 Ducks. Nice shot. Oh, man. It goes wide. It goes wide. Oh, Celebrini takes the puck away. One-time shot. That did not get on net by Will Smith. But some good zone pressure by the Sharks. Celebrini tried to find Smith. Shot on goal by Orlov. That was a save. Sharks, some good zone pressure. And the zone gets cleared. Just for a moment, though, Desharnais throws it right back in behind the net. This time, Dostal's attempt to stop it fails. Sharks get it. Oh, Misa to Desharnais, and what a save. What a save. Sharks are freaking bringing it, baby. Let's go. Eklund the shot. And that is saved by Dostal. The Ducks are struggling to stay out of their zone. Oh, as I say it, here comes Seneca. He loses control of the puck, but it harmlessly goes back to the neutral zone where the Anaheim Ducks defense recovers it. They're back skating. About a minute left here in this second period here. Damn, the Sharks could have used a goal. Now some good offensive zone pressure by San Jose Sharks. The last 2 minutes are good. Oh! Wow. A shot goes off with a freaking crossbar by the Anaheim Ducks. That could have almost made it freaking 1-0. Or 4-0, sorry. I wish it was 1-0. My bad. Come on, Sharks. Damn. Nothing. Icing gets waved off. Lucky Ducks. Leo Carlson now at the puck. He tried to freaking center it in front of the crease. Sharks battling. Finally cleared the zone. Just a dozen seconds. And I think that's pretty much it. Damn, son. Well, that was tough. The Sharks did the same thing they did in the last period. They kind of came alive briefly toward the end, the final few minutes. But nonetheless, they still trail this game 3-0, man. This is crazy. Absolutely rough. All right. I'm going to turn up the beats here. I'll be right back. I'm going to make a plate really quick. Get my munch on. And when we come back, we'll do the second intermission. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Freaking Utah did their job. We're waiting for the Canucks to hopefully take over that game. And the Sharks, we're just waiting for them to show up. Anyways, I'm Aaron James. Thank you all for joining me for this real-time reaction to the action. Sound the Sharks are currently trailing 3-0 in Anaheim. When we come back, we'll do the intermission report. Till then, y'all chat amongst yourselves. Thank you for chilling. And yeah, man, hopefully we have one of the best third periods of the season, because if not, I mean, we're not mathematically eliminated, but damn. All right, fam. I'll be right back. All right, pardon me. All right. So that time I would eat off camera. I was so stressed out yesterday. I was practically eating on camera, and I was like, "Wow, how unpleasant, how off-putting." So, my apologies. Yeah. All right. So for the sake of being consistent here, we're gonna briefly touch up on the. We're gonna briefly rather go touch up on the first two periods here. So I had how do I say this? I had some things I want to share with you all. Something a little bit more exciting, considering that this is a Sharks live stream, and we had pretty much a repeat from last night's game. Sharks fans, I mean, that was a horrible period, dude. The Sharks only generated 4 shots on goal. They did 5 in the first. So let me update the shot clock here to 9 shots on goal. And the Anaheim Ducks have 19. So let me update them really quick to 19. We got a comment here. I'm just going to interact with y'all because it's a little bit more interesting than this second period for the Sharks fans here. Dang, it feels like this whole season for the Sharks has been 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Yeah, for real, bro. For real. No lie there. Still not giving up on them, though. We have 20 minutes, so let's just briefly smash through this freaking intermission report so I can get to some more cooler stuff. I was talking about the NHL hometown remix jersey, so I apologize that we're a little bit delayed. Right when they came back from the TV timeout, they decided to just play nonstop hockey. You know what I mean? Like minutes, the last few minutes, no stoppage in play. But yeah, after 2 periods, you already heard me say it. 9 shots on goal, 5 in the first, 4 in the second for San Jose, 19 for Anaheim, 10 in the first, 9 in the second. Sharks still struggling in the faceoffs. They've only won 9 out of 26 faceoffs, bro. Only 9 out of 26 faceoffs is crazy. No penalties taken in both of those periods by either team. Physicality was picking up for San Jose. 21 hits after 2 periods, 18 for Anaheim. 8 block shots by the Sharks, 13 by the Ducks, 14 giveaways by San Jose, 12 by the Ducks. So in many ways, these two teams kind of are playing the same. Not really generating a lot of offense, not really taking care of the puck very well. It's just Anaheim is making the most of their opportunities. They say you can't win a game in the first period, but you can lose it. I learned that, I think, on NHL 2001, way back when, on the video game. So I just want to quickly look at who has the puck possession. Who's winning that metric really quick here. So after 2 periods, the Anaheim Ducks have 49% puck possession. So the Sharks are actually winning the puck possession game. It's just, man, it's not happening. It's not happening. Just might be the way it is, fam. You know what I mean? We'll see what the third period brings. 4 takeaways for San Jose, 7 for the Ducks. Again, San Jose Sharks lead this season series 2-1. Kind of like a couple of nights ago, or a couple of live streams ago. This is one of those games where the score you expected to kind of be high octane because back in October the Sharks lost in overtime 7-6. Then in December they defeated Anaheim Ducks 5-4. Just 8 days ago they had an epic comeback against the Ducks at the Tank 4-3. So it ain't over till it's over. But as it stands right now, the Anaheim Ducks lead 3-0. That last game, those 3 goals that the Sharks scored 3 goals in the third period to win 4-3. All right. In December, the Sharks had a little bit more control of that game. They had 4 goals after 2 periods. They won that one 5-4. And then the first game between these squads, the Sharks just kind of stayed in it. 2 goals in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third. Unfortunately, they lost in overtime. So all that to say is, every time we met the Ducks this season, we've had periods where we just kind of lit it up. So let's hope that that's the case for this last 20 minutes, man. All right, and that's pretty much as gun-ho as it could get. We got about 4:08 remaining before they drop the puck. So on that note, I want to just briefly share some cool stuff with y'all. Live look really quick into the games that don't really matter if the Sharks lose tonight. Again, if they lose tonight, their playoff probability or their probability of making the playoffs. Let me rephrase that. The probability of them not making the playoffs is 87%. If they lose tonight, their chances of making the playoffs per money puck is like 3%. So, damn. But as of right now, Utah did what we needed them to do. They defeated the Nashville Predators, so Nashville got no points. And, halfway through the game, Vancouver's trailing by 1. So let's see the Sharks have one of the best third periods of the season. And hopefully Vancouver could do us a little favor and knock off the Kings. All right. I want to share some of that stuff I was referring to earlier, some concept art. I hope you all enjoy this. Just trying to keep the vibes a little positive here. Again, if you follow us on Shark City Hockey on Instagram, you probably already seen these. So let's see, which one do I want to start with first? All right, so this right here is nothing official. It's just our concept art. All right, so the National Hockey League, the National Hockey League and Fanatics are doing a hometown remix next season. So as I kind of referred to it earlier, the hometown remix jerseys are a city-inspired design for all 32 teams in the National Hockey League. And it's supposed to be featuring city vibes, inspired by their history. And, some of them are going to have potentially different color schemes. I think that's the case for the Florida Panthers. I believe they're kind of doing like a Vice City neon type of color. Now, I believe it's rumored already. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I know for a fact it's rumored that the Sharks are already going to choose teal as their color, which makes sense, right? So beautiful. So all that to say is, here at Shark City Hockey, we decided to do a little mock-up of what we have or what we would hope to see for a hometown remix, for the next jersey coming out next year. So we call this one Shark Attack. A lot of y'all call this the Aggressive Shark, and this is the one shark logo out there. This concept, this design, where it's actually not chomping on the stick, so that is kind of jostling because the old running joke is that the piece that the Sharks chomped on is what they choke on in the playoffs, blah blah blah. So it would be kind of dope to see that become an actual main logo, a main crest on a jersey. Again, this is not anything official. It's just our concept art. The big word being thrown around this year is called reimagine. So we are reimagining what a Sharks jersey will look like if they do, for the hometown remix here. Anyways, I guess we say we're remixing it. But yeah, this right here, I actually was inspired. The sleeves were inspired by this dope jacket that I bought, and I posted on the Instagram at the Shark Tank. And then, of course, the main crest logo is the Aggressive Shark, one of the most best Sharks logos I've ever seen. I'm surprised that they didn't really lean into that logo in the past. So I think that would be kind of dope if the Sharks do a hometown remix and they bring it. During a hometown remix, if they bring it back to that logo as the main crest, I think that'll be absolutely amazing. All right, let's see. Got another one for you here. So that was one of 4 we released today. Probably gonna have some more fun with it, throughout the summer, or at least maybe like in the coming months. The second one that we have here, so that one we dubbed Shark Attack. The second one is kind of a nod. So I've been seeing like in the NBA, they have like Sacktown, or they have like like some cities are kind of like throwing it to like the nicknames of their cities. So all of you out there, I don't think it takes a genius to figure out that the nickname here in San Jose, California is Shark City. Despite what you've heard, it's organic. It is made by people here from San Jose. If you're out downtown and you're out in the local artist scene, whether it's an open mic, you will hear this place be referred to as Shark City. That's where we got it inspired. There's so many local businesses here that use that name, whether they're selling tacos, cars, even smoke shops. you don't find me in there, but I'm just trying to let you know that organically, people who live here in San Jose, California, has dubbed this place Shark City, and rightfully so, considering that it's home of the San Jose Sharks. So that's where we get our name from. That's where it stands from. Also, you can see a lot of Shark City T-shirts. Nothing that's affiliated with us on Sharks fans at the tank and at the reef. So, will they ever do that? I highly doubt it. But it'll be kind of jawsome to see, them adopt the nickname of this city and actually throw it Shark City, the nickname on the jersey. This concept was made with the letters, kind of having city silhouettes in the word mark there. So that's our second concept. And I, let me all know how you feel about this. Of course, you could leave a comment on our Instagram at Shark City Hockey. And let's go on to the next one here. Again, just kind of switching it up and trying to keep it chill, trying to keep it entertaining here. As the Sharks are down. Looks like the game is on, so let me just quickly go through this. This one, everyone loves the old school inaugural Shark logo, so this one we call Bay Icon. Kind of a mix with the new secondary logo that they call the Cali Fin. And the old school logo they call the inaugural Heritage logo now. This one was kind of designed with the idea of kind of having the teal as a primary color and then highlighting that black. Gotta love it. A little bit of white accent. And last but not least, since we have game on here and I don't want to keep you all just I don't want to turn this watch long party into like a concept art party, but gotta do this last one. Shark Chomp is what we call this one. And we kind of lean into that dorsal gray, for the San Jose Sharks. Kind of like what the first reverse retro was, but I think that this right here would be pretty awesome concept. Pretty awesome, having that shark bite word font, that old school inaugural San Jose Sharks word font. I think that'll be looking epic on a jersey. Obviously, I bought a jacket with it on there, so we love it. And that's teal still kind of dominates, but I think that'd be a good use of the dorsal gray, as they call it, and that's that. All right. Hopefully that was entertaining. Let's switch it up here. Let's get the third period going here. Don't worry, you haven't missed much. San Jose Sharks, though, do have possession of the puck into the zone. Where is my... I truly thought we would win. Now, obviously, I know it's not over yet, but still, I think the loss from last night might be affecting them. Well, I mean, that is true. They got absolutely just destroyed last night. They had to try to survive that, and then less than 24 hours later, they jump on a freaking flight to Orange County in Anaheim, and they're pretty much trying to survive this one too, man. We'll see how long it takes the Sharks to generate a shot in this period. All right. Icing by the Sharks, so face-off coming deep into their own zone. Kiefer Sherwood goes right into the boards by the bench. The way that guy skates, he's like so prone to like hit the ice. He's always falling. That's what the wifey be saying. We'd be at the games or we'd be watching the games on TV, and like that guy's always picking himself off the ice. All right, Osopchuk down the middle, shoots it, it goes wide. So Stahl plays the puck off the half wall, but Mukamadulin holds the zone. He sends it deep for Barclay Gooder, who's absolutely destroyed what that hit. Just absorbed that hit. All right, here we go, baby. Regenda wins the battle in the trapezoid. He tried to center it. Took a Ducks bounce. Oh, dude. Okay, good. I seen homie grab his face. I thought it was going to be high sticking on Orlov. Speaking of which, he has a puck. Throws it toward the net. Hits bodies. Regenda shoots it. And it hit the post. Damn, son. Orlov, again. Desharnais shoots and it goes out of play. That was blocked by Leo Carlson. All right, so stick taps of the Sharks. It didn't take them too long to generate a couple of shots on the goal. Two to be exact. So, yeah. Come on, baby. I want to see an epic comeback here. The fact that Nashville lost today, like, we have to come back in this game, bro. We have to. All right, let's go, baby. Nice zone pressure forechecking by the Sharks. They're able to hold the puck in. The Grill Mac line is out there. Celebrini trying to jump on the puck. Just excellent puck handling by the Ducks, to be honest with you. Sharks are circling around them, the puck carriers, and they're pressuring, but it's like the Ducks just have like a magnet on their stick or something, because the Sharks cannot seem to take it away from them. All right, come on, baby. Let's go. Eki is out there now. So the IKEA lines, y'all like to call it. Looks like it's a little switched up. So, oh no, that's good. We got Chief Keef. I keep mixing it up. My bad. Chief Keef, Eki, and Wenberg out there. Mukamadulin and Ferraro are behind them. Here comes Wenberg from behind his own net. Exits the zone, passes it to the wing to Mukamadulin, who dumps it down the ice. Dostal comes out to the trapezoid to play the puck. Ducks clear. I'm going to put Shoulder Sharky on, baby, because we need as much help as we could get. Let's go, Shoulder Sharky. I'm going to bring out the chain game. It's time for the chain game. It is hockey night in California. Might as well bring out the Cali Fin. Come on, baby. Let's go. Like they say with Lincoln Park, it starts with one. Come on. Come on, Sharks. Orlov shoots from the point. Hits a bunch of bodies. I think Dostal did make a save on that. Oh, come on, Sharks. Someone's down from the Ducks. Damn. He's hurt. Who's number 8? Who's number 28? Let me see. Who's number 28 for the Ducks? Is that Jeffrey Ville? Yo, former San Jose Shark. Jeffrey Ville, San Jose Shark from 2020 to 2023. Jeffrey Ville is down. He just blocked a shot point blank from Will Smith. I don't know where he got it from, but he was limping on, kind of like favoring that left leg. He's making his way to the locker room, so either that or just kind of right there in the tunnel. Nonetheless, a couple of Anaheim Ducks players kind of feeling the sting from blocking San Jose Sharks shots. Come on, baby. Dude, the only thing that would be worse than getting our asses handed to us by the Oilers last night is to get shut out by the Ducks. Come on. Let's go, Celebrini. Great pass by Celebrini, but I don't think the guy was ready. Celebrini now trying to do it on his own, to be 100 with you. Here come the Ducks, 2-on-1. Thank goodness. Troy Terry, snapshot saved by Askarov or Elisa Wood up high. Nonetheless, another 2-on-1 opportunity courtesy of Leo Carlson. So, all right, time for station identification. So, what's up, everyone? I'm Aaron James. Thank you all for those of you who are sticking around. I know no one likes to celebrate a loss, but nonetheless, that's what we are trying to hopefully send all that good energy to change the results of this game right now, to change our scoreboard. San Jose Sharks are currently losing 3-0. 2 goals in the first, 1 in the second. Honestly, guys, I know they're not mathematically eliminated if they lose this game. They still got a chance, says, Lloyd Christmas. But damn, son, I mean, we're going to need a lot of help. As of right now, the San Jose Sharks, I just want to bring this up one more time in case we all forgot. We covered this during the face-off countdown show. But right now, the San Jose Sharks, they have 81 points. They're 3 points behind Nashville. Nashville lost, so we could gain ground tonight with the freaking dub. We have almost less than a period to do that. LA currently has a slight lead over the Canucks. But nonetheless, I brought this up to show you that we have a 9.7% chance to make the playoffs as of right now. If this game ends in regulation with the loss, that's going to drop to 3.4%, which means that the probability of the Sharks not making the playoffs is 87%. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is tough, bro. Face-off deep in the Shark zone. That face-off is won by the Sharks, but the Anaheim Ducks are able to, bring the pressure, the forecheck. Sharks regain possession of the puck. Nice pass into neutral zone. Here comes Goodrow, who recovers the puck in the offensive zone. He dumps it behind for Regenda. Regenda now looking, sends it to the point. Desharnais gives it to Orlov. Orlov winds up, shoots. Saved by Dostal. Oh, breakaway chance for Anaheim. Glove saved by Askarov. Oh my gosh. Chris. Is it Greider? Yep, Chris Greider, number 20. Breakaway opportunity right there, but Askarov gloves that one down. All right, Alexander Wenberg in the face-off dot. It looks like he is going to win this face-off. Nice clean win, by the way. He gives it back. He wins it right back to behind the goal line in the Sharks zone. Sharks clear the puck, but they turn it over in neutral zone. Here comes Anaheim. Right back behind the Sharks goal line. There's a couple of incidents here in this game where I thought the Sharks may have got penalized, and thank goodness they haven't. And it's been a clean game, quote-unquote clean game from both teams. No power plays in this game. But boy, oh boy, can the Sharks use one, man. We could use a 5-minute major right now, man. Come on, Anaheim, do something ridiculous. Not crazy. It feels like these last 2 games, they haven't been in the game from the puck drop. Yeah, for real, bro. For real. About 12 minutes remaining here in regulation. Someone's saying, Sharks, can I have one? I know, man. I know. Busted out shoulder Sharky. My chain gain out there. I don't know if we're going to do it tonight, fam. I think right now the best thing is this beat song, turn it up. Oh, Chief Keef for the chance, but saved by those stall. I finally said it right that time, Chief Keef. Come on, Sharks. You got 10 minutes to score 3 goals, baby. Let's go. Just get a damn point. I don't care. Loser point, as some people like to call it. I don't care. We need a damn point. I would love 2. 11 minutes remaining. More like 10. Looks like we're about 40 seconds ahead of the broadcast here. Again, our live game action tracker is from NHL data, the API. So that right there is like exactly what's like if you're right there in the pond. Come on, Sharks! Get a goal! Oh, what? Come on, bruh. You've got to be kidding me. Finally got a penalty. Unfortunately, it's going to go to Colin Graff. Oh, man. Colin Graff is getting called 2 minutes for hooking, which honestly, it looks like Poling is hugging his stick, just like Jake Wallman did to Michael Misa last night, bro. How many times this season have the opposing player squeezed the Sharks player's stick and then they call it hooking or holding? It's so ridiculous. Anyways, 9 minutes and 40 seconds into the third period, we finally get the first penalty of the game, and it gets awarded to the Anaheim Ducks. Colin Graff gets called for hooking, and the Ducks are going to be on the power play. All right. Oh, boy. I was looking at the live game action tracker. We already know who that is, man. Leo Carlson with the puck to Terry in the slot. Back to Carlson. Carlson looks into Terry. Terry shoots and blasts. Terry gets his own rebound. Sends it to Granlund. Granlund now being pressured. 3 Sharks penalty killers are surrounding Granlund. He tries to clear it, but John Carlson holds it in. Sends it to Seneca behind the goal line. He sends it to Terry. John Carlson at the point. Sends it to Leo Carlson at the wing. Leo Carlson and Benedict Seneca behind the goal. Carlson at the point shoots and scores. Damn. Damn. Damn, son. John Carlson is on hat trick watch. Damn. John Carlson gets his 13th of the season on the power play, assisted by Terry and Seneca. 4-0 Anaheim, 10 minutes and 31 seconds in. John Carlson scores off another slap shot. He did that earlier in the game. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Ooh-wee. Whew, this one's tough, fam. This one's tough. Sounds like Sharks fans had to endure 9 goals. Oh, man. Shot hits the post and then a wide open cage and it's not able to get buried. Sharks are looking hungry. They're looking angry. They're just finally doing what they probably should have been doing all freaking game long, and they're just blasting the puck. But nonetheless, Celebrini shot blocked. Alexander Wenberg's shot misses. It hit the crossbar. Sam Dickinson's shot goes wide. Michael Celebrini's shot goes wide. Sam Dickinson's shot is saved, and then Alexander Wenberg's shot is saved. That's what you want to freaking see, but damn, it took you guys all game to finally get it together, man. Like, where was that all game long, bro? That's crazy. You know, I'm a big fan of saying it over till it's over. We got 7 minutes, but bro, it's not looking good right now, man. We got comments saying Oilers, Ducks, and Vegas all 2 points. Whoever loses has big consequences now. For real. That's right. Dude was hoping Sharks would win. Come on, man. Can't you see? Diehard Sharks fan, of course. Listen, to put it in football terms, you know, right now here in the Bay Area, the 49ers, one of the better teams regionally here. Well, they're the only team in the region now. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, I followed that team after Steve Young went down, you know, through all the quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? Like Garcia, Rattay, Dorsey, freaking Alex Smith, a whole lot of players I remember at behind center, you know, Cap, Garoppolo, all of them, you know what I mean? So the point I'm trying to say is, like, you know, I follow my team and I believe they have a chance to win regardless. And as far as San Jose Sharks go, we've had a long, over a decade-long stretch of great teams, President trophies, Western Conference Championship appearances, Clarence Campbell Bowl awards. We've had some good hockey. And, you know, it just so happens that for the last 7 years, you know, we're getting a taste of what it's like to be on the other side. And we had a nice serving in our first couple of years of existence. But nonetheless, like I said, throughout all of our live streams, I always am going to believe in my team. And I'm always going to believe they have a chance. All right, I seen a spoiler. There's going to be another goal scored. I think this time San Jose Sharks are going to finally break the goose egg. And they do. It's going to be Shakir Mukhamadullin. Freaking A, baby. For what it's worth.
Let's go!
Comeback time. Yeah. Comeback time, baby.
Let's go!
I feel like freaking Ghostbusters. We got one. Anyways, about time, baby. Let's go. Let the comeback begin. Man, it's about time, fam. Let me actually put up the number 1 here. Boom. Sharks got a freaking goal, fam. We did it. We did it. Shakir Mukhamadullin. I'll get you guys the stats in just a second once they become available on NHL.com, and then we'll go over the Edge Goal Visualizer. So Tarta Foley gets his 30th assist a season on Shakir Mukhamadulin's 5th goal of the year. That came at 12 minutes and 40 seconds into the third period. Let's go. Like I said at the beginning, it starts with one. You never know. Might see an epic comeback. What's up, Sharks fam? From Argentina, right? Welcome back. Thank you for coming through to watch along with real-time reaction to the action. All right. Oh, come on. Holding on who? Just when we're getting started, man. It looks like Sam Dickinson is going to the box for holding. Damn, son. So the Sharks got a superstar now. We need to fix their defensive goaltending for the next. And goaltending, I assume is what you meant. Yeah, goaltending. Yeah, absolutely, bro. All right, so on the penalty kill is San Jose now. Oh my gosh, come on! What is going on, bro? Come on! Oh, you're not going to believe this, fam. Another freaking penalty on San Jose. Number 5 and number 6. First Sam Dickinson, now Vincent Desharnais. Desharnais high sticking, just absolute undisciplined handling of the stick. We see it right here in a live game action tracker. The Anaheim Ducks are going to make us pay. And they're going to extend the lead. And that right there pretty much is going to put a freaking... I mean, there's a long shot in general, but I think that right there is going to pretty much put a cap on this game and any comeback opportunity. 2-man advantage for 1 minute and 55 seconds. Face-off 1. John Carlson is on hat-trick watch. He sends it across to Mikhail Granlund. Granlund gives it to Terry. Terry at the wing. Switches spots with Johnson at the blue line. Johnson blasts it, and he gets a freaking hat-trick. Bro. I don't know what's worse. The fact that he gets a hat trick, or that we have to wait a little bit longer now for the freaking ice crew to clean this up. Bruh. That's crazy, bro. For real. Oh, bro, that comment stings. For real, bro. Hat trick, just like McDavid last night. Sharks surrendered 10 goals. 10 goals in the last 24 hours, fam. Including 2 hat tricks. I think we all can see the writing on the wall. After 2 periods, LA has a 2-goal lead over Vancouver, which means that they are going to probably jump over Nashville tonight because the Sharks, unless the refs want to award us a 5-minute major and give us an opportunity to come back in this. Damn, dude. Again, it ain't over till it's over, but damn. All right, fam. Let's just look at that Shakir Mukhamadullin goal, the only Sharks goal. Let's do that. All right, so you can see that this play starts behind the Sharks trapezoid. Looked like Michael Misa played the puck out. Poor handling the puck. Toffoli gets it by the blue line, enters the zone, kind of spins around, drops it to Shakir Mukmadulin, who comes in to the center, and he shoots it. Nice, beautiful shot. And that right there is the only Sharks goal tonight. Shakir Mukmandulin's goal officially was scored 39 feet away from the net. Straight on in the slot, 0-degree angle, straight on. So great shot by Mook. Unfortunately, Sharks commit 2 penalties. And Anaheim takes a 4-goal lead yet again. My apologies. We still got about 90 seconds remaining on another penalty kill. So, wow. John Carlson gets a hat trick, just like McDavid. Someone said, I know your pain. Yeah, it's just getting tough, bro. I think what really like kind of sucks and blows about this is I mean I could see a little face washing going on in there. Sharks are standing up for Askarov, so I like it. They're showing a little bit of pride and a little bit of team spirit. But I think what blows about this is the fact that so many times we were so close, and everyone's going to be quick to be like, oh, that's because Pacific Division sucks. And everyone's going to be like, oh, this team exceeded expectations. Nah, man. Everyone likes to set the bar very low for Sharks. And I know they still got a lot of work to do, but bottom line is that there's so many times in which they were either in that wild card spot. If you want to say Pacific Division sucks, well, there's times where they're almost top 3, man. Like they could have been top 3. But the point I'm trying to make without sound like tears are going down my cheek here, are that one, what's really disappointing about this season is the games, dude. Like what you're watching, the performance on the ice when they're in these prime positions to gain some ground in the playoff race. It's like a team that's supposed to be playing the most important games of the year shouldn't be letting 5-6 goals in. The defense shouldn't be just like ghosting the squad. The offense shouldn't take 8 to 10 minutes to generate a shot on goal. And for as talented as they are, I know that they and for as talented as our offense is and as bad as our defense is, if you want to break it down on analytics and each individual players, I know the Sharks aren't so freaking bad that they give out those performances like tonight and last night. So fans like myself kind of struggle with is it by design, which is why, people will scoff at the idea about tanking or whatever, but it's a valid point, man, because it's like, how do you go out there and put that product on the ice? You know what I mean? Is it the game plan? Is it the strategy? Is it the line combinations? Is there no will to continue forward here? I mean, I understand we have a whole bunch of unrestricted free agents, especially on that blue line coming up. Are these guys looking at Cabo? You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? But yeah, it is what it is, fam. So that's the pain of being a Sharks fan the past couple of years. This year, I know a lot of fans felt like, we weren't supposed to be here this year. I see it as bull shark. I honestly felt like this was the team that had the prime ingredients to make a Stanley Cup playoff appearance. Not a run, but an appearance. And a lot of this feels like, is it trying to manage the expectations of the fan base, right? Because in reality, the business of things is like, I personally think that when it comes down to it, especially when you look at some of the choices with the lineups, some of the choices with the combinations, who you sit, who you don't, do these boys do the people want to see the Sharks like slip out of a top 10 draft position? So the Sharks aren't going to go out without a fight. It appears as if we're going to get another goal. So that's what's up. You tell me the comeback is back on. No, I was kidding. Anyways, penalty is over, by the way. My fault on that one. Do the Sharks score a goal, or is it going to be the Ducks? It's going to be the Ducks. Wow. All right, fam. That's all she wrote. To be 100 with you, that's all she wrote. So unfortunately, the first 4 games we got together for a watch along party, we got to see a dub each time. And the last 2, absolutely, Sharks absolutely crash and burn. That's 11 goals in 2 nights against. So, that's tough, bro. That's tough. What am I getting at with that comment is the next game the Sharks play is going to be the last final game at home at the Shark Tank, and then they go on a 3-game road trip to close off the season. So yours truly will be at the Tank. I was there last weekend. Hopefully this weekend they can actually put up a dub. They're playing the Canucks, who are trailing after 2 periods to LA. So if that score stays the way it is, and it looks like LA is going to be the one that gets ahead in the wild card race, fam, with almost less than a minute remaining in regulation here, it appears as if I think it's safe to say that the San Jose Sharks is playoff hopes are practically extinguished. I know that they're mathematically not eliminated, but they're practically, with 3% chances of making it, at 87% probability of not going to the show. I think that's it, man. So hopefully they could come through for the fan base on Saturday night at the Tank and put up a dub against the worst team in the National Hockey League, the Vancouver Canucks. And then we'll see, man. Maybe they can stay alive. Maybe we get a little bit more help, and maybe they go on a 3-game, 4-game win streak to end the season. I don't know. You know what I mean? But at this point, it just kind of seems as if with these performances of the last couple of games, especially the last 2 performances against Nashville, who we had to face on the road, it appears as if, this might be it, bro. This might be it. It's all good, though. It was a fun season, an entertaining season. I think what we really want to know is Macklin Celebrini going to be able to eclipse Joe Thornton's record for single most points scored, or for most points scored in a single season in franchise history? We don't know. But, yeah, I think that's it, man. That's all we really got to look forward to. Obviously, we want to see some more progress, but damn, dude. It is what it is, fam. All right, enough of that. Enough of the downer vibes. San Jose Sharks are going to lose this one. Final score is 6-1. That right there has been... Oops, my fault. That right there has been the the live watch along party with real time reaction to the action as the San Jose Sharks are, again, as I said, they're not mathematically eliminated, but we don't have to really watch these games wondering if we got a chance at the playoffs. Unless, of course, they go on a 4-game winning streak. Who knows? All right. What we can expect, however, though, is that yours truly will be here for watch-along parties for the San Jose Barracuda. So the Barracuda are going to the Calder Cup playoffs, and I will do a watch-along party right here with all y'all. Now, last year, I just want to say thank you so much. So honored by the San Jose Barracuda organization. They actually allowed us and invited us to their watch-along party and allowed us to live stream there in person. Not sure that'll be the case this year. Obviously, that only happens when they're on the road, but maybe not. More than likely, just be a little bit more intimate with us. But nonetheless, still got some playoff hockey to look forward to. Let me know in the comments section whether after this stream, if you're catching it afterwards, or on our next live streams, because we will get together for the last couple of games of the season when the Sharks are on the road. But let me know if you want me to host watch-along parties for the Stanley Cup playoffs in general. But if you don't understand, because after all, we all bleed teal here. So thank you all very much. That has been a awesome watch along. I appreciate everyone's participation in the comment section. Appreciate you all in the chat, keeping it interesting and just riffing back and forth with yours truly. I'm Aaron James, your host of this watch along party, brought to you by Shark City Hockey, which is of course powered by the fans, forged by the Bay. Please consider liking this stream, subscribing, and checking us out on Instagram at Shark City Hockey. Compared to the previous years, I say this team is progressing pretty good. Exactly. So the best thing about this is, as comment just made right there, is that the San Jose Sharks, the fact that they're this close after all these years and just in Macklin Celebrini's second season, that's very promising. So looking forward to what these guys got left in the tank, no pun intended, for the final 4 of the regular season. And hey, who knows, man? Next year there'll be 84 regular season games, and maybe those 2 games will be just enough to push us into the postseason. Who knows? Anyways, I'm cutting out. I'm Aaron. Thank you all again for joining me here for this real-time reaction to the action. And until next time, let's go Sharks. See you all at the tank for those of you who will be there. And we'll get together for a live watch-along party again next week. So enjoy your weekend. You all be safe. And we'll see you here next time on the Shark City Hockey's YouTube channel. All right, everyone. Good night. Good night.